Okay, there's a third world that Paul kind of had a foot in, and I want to put this one over his head, and we're going to deal with it pretty quickly here because we'll have to deal with it again later. But it is the world of the Roman Empire. Put that above his head because everywhere Paul looked was evidence of the power of Rome and the influence of Caesar. Soldiers all around, taxes to pay, that sort of stuff. And obviously that is one of the worlds that early Christians had to deal with and in a sense even bump up against in a painful way. Jesus' teachings, Paul's writings, the Passion, all remind us of the presence of Rome. And I'll just throw out a few notes on Rome here. Rome, number one, Rome brought to an end Greek power. And again, Rome becomes prominent at about 146 BC. Brings to an end Greek power, but basically adopts Greek culture. Again, maybe in a somewhat watered down form. All the city formats, the Greek language. Greek language even continued to be spoken in Rome for a long time when it came to commercial activities and things like that. So the influence of Greek culture was still strong. Rome ruled the ancient Mediterranean world, that entire ancient Mediterranean region, and was rather undisputed in its rule during New Testament times. Rome ruled by establishing colonies and typically, especially in outpost areas, setting up loyal puppet authorities to run local affairs. The expectation of these puppets was simply to ensure loyalty to Caesar, to keep the peace, the pax, the peace of Rome, Pax Romana, the very hard-won peace if you got in the way of Roman peace. And your job out on the periphery was also to fund the empire. And fourth, while Rome lacked the cultural finesse of classical Greece, they were marvelous engineers and architects. The Romans built great buildings, built important waterways and aqueducts, and constructed a network of highways in the empire. Again, on that network of highways around the Mediterranean Sea, the language spoken in the cities was the language of Koine Greek, and there was somewhat of a standardized way of living. When Paul travels around those cities, he's able to travel on roads made possible by Rome, kept safe to an extent by Rome. And when he moves from city to city, he is dealing with at least a framework that is familiar from place to place. It's not like he's completely jumping culture to culture when he moves around that network. And that the spread of the gospel is in part made possible because there is, roughly speaking, a common culture developing from classical Greek period into the Roman period. There is a common network of culture developing to which a missionary like Paul can speak.